Welcome to 2114 official channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. 2114 Resurgence of War Chapter 1 An End and Beginning.
By the late 21st century, humanity collectively as the United Terra Alliance, or UTA, expanded throughout the solar system. But by the early 22nd century, the United Terra Alliance has become complacent, causing secession of the outer colonies and beginning an era of conflict.
Admiral Nathaniel, thanks for clearing the orbit for us.
The least we could do since you saved me and my flagship a couple months ago.
Then consider the debt paid. Villanueva, out. Commander, are Captain Amaris' clone forces ready to disembark?
Yes, sir. Captain Amaris is ready for deployment.
Attention, clone personnel. Begin deployment to Triton.
Lieutenant, Sergeant, ready for our last mission.
You make it sound so final.
Yeah, Captain, Rek's right. Everything has led to this moment, and that shouldn't be discounted, ma'am. I'm just worried about the future, that's all.
We'll worry about that later. Now let's finish this.
Amaris, have you landed at the designated landing zone on Triton yet?
No, General. We are beginning approach to Triton's orbit.
Very well. Remember, Captain, you have full operational authority on this mission, and use any means necessary to bring Lucien Damery to justice.
15 minutes until Triton orbit entry.
Private, input the station's master code. Huh. Looks like General Schaefer came through. That she did. I don't know. This place feels sketchy. Maintain radio silence, soldier. What's wrong, Captain? Like the private said, it's quiet and we're too exposed. Contact! Amaris. Captain, this is Zara. I and other platoon leaders are facing minimal CSM resistance. We should have the station secured soon. Over. Roger, Lieutenant Zara. Attention. All Rhino leaders, continue mopping up the remaining forces and complete set objectives. Amaris out. Ma'am! Sergeant Ashley, take some soldiers and attack the right flank. It's their weakest. Yes, ma'am. You 5 come with me. All right, there's the weak point we can exploit, ladies. Captain, we're going to rush head on. Once they're in disarray, we'll swarm them simultaneously. Roger, Sergeant. Have fun. All right, everyone, get in there. Yes, Lieutenant? Ma'am, all platoon leaders report the station secured and in UTA hands. We're also taking prisoners and wounded to the D-Arc. Over. Understood. Also, Lieutenant, ask the prisoners about Damari's whereabouts. Over. No, ma'am. Nothing. Either they don't know or don't want to say. All right, Zara. I appreciate it. Captain, this one here is in charge of Damery's guard. Now please tell me where Lucien Damery is.
I won't speak to a UTA official, much less a clone!
All right, you CSM trash. Tell me where your leader is now. Ashley, come on, leave him alone. Hey, stay calm, stay calm. Just give me the knife. Let's not do anything we'll regret.
Viva la liberté et la sécession!
Damery is in the office of the Chancellor.
You, me, and a squad will go to the Chancellor's office. The rest of you take the prisoners and wounded to the D-Arc. Now move. Damery, you know why we are here.
Do I, Capitan?
Lucien Damery, on behalf of the United Terra Alliance, you are to surrender unconditionally and to be tried on Earth for your crimes.
Bah! Those terms are an insult. The trial will be nothing but a farce, Capitan. I would rather take the option of death.
In the end, Your Excellency, it is up to you.